Hello, hello! We're working today! Woo! I figured out my technical issues! Welcome! That Canadian fangirl here for the final episode of Birthday Month! April is done! My birthday was great. This might have been the best April of 31 years of my life. Oh man, I'm at the age, I'm at that point where it's like, I'm having a great year. I feel 31 is going to be probably the best year of my life. I honestly, this is probably the best I felt. This is probably the best I felt in an April for a long time. It's like, ah. So the final episode, we're going to talk about a show that is very near and dear to my heart. Fairy Tale. The anime Fairy Tale. Where to start? Well, I'm gonna start with the obvious. Fairy Tail was basically what got me into anime. I mean, okay, Pokemon existed. I love Pokemon. Fairy Tail was the anime that made me realize this is a genre that's more than just Pokemon. It's not just cutesy and kid stuff. It is something different. And I love Fairy Tail for that. Like, I know Fairy Tail is like the show that gets a lot of hate because a lot of people call it tropey. I have a soft spot for Fairy Tale's tropes. I love it. Problems and all. That show's got a lot of problems. I'll totally admit. Like, I love Fairy Tale. Shut up. I love Fairy Tale. Yeah, it's got flaws. But I love it. I really do. I I can't not say I cannot say I don't love Fairy Tale because I'll always remember it is the reason I really, I started taking anime so seriously and why I think, and why I mean it's who I am who I am because of Fairy Tale and my crew at the Fairy Tale Guild and Team Natsu and everyone and Happy and I this is, I mean both the dub and the sub. I think it's got a great Japanese cast. I saw it first in Japanese. Adore Japanese cast. I think they all work so well. It's got a stellar English dub. I think it's it's a quality dub. And okay, TLDL. Fairy Tail is one of the reasons I think Todd Hakako is probably my favorite voice actor. Healing, I just love Natsu and healing Todd. Every single time I hear Todd, it's like, oh, I love this guy. He's such a good voice actor. Like, dude screams over the line, that's not his character, but it's like, I love him as a voice actor. When he showed up in an Ugly Brotherhood, because he played, Ling, I love him in that. He is such a fun, he is so entertaining as a voice actor. And like I can pick his voice out really well because like anything in time I hear him, it's like that's Todd. That is 100% Todd. Like I recognize that. Most of the time I can recognize him by some of the giveaways because I know he's Kiroro from Southern Frog. So like, that's Todd. He's doing the Kiroro laugh. And then it's not. And I get all, and then it's not. It's like wow, I think I do a great Todd. Love him. I love him. I think he's a great voice actor. And I love Natsu, but more than that, I love Natsu as a character. I think Natsu's a great lead. It's like, yeah, he's a show. It's a shonen lead. It's very tropey. It's very much loud, optimistic, friends on my power type guy, but like not. But I like that the character. I think Natsu was done well. I think I love Happy. Happy's basically the mascot of the entire series. I love Happy's so cute. He's a little flying blue cat. What's not to love? Lucy's great. I love Osa. Gray is fun. Wendy. The entire cast of everyone in the Fairy Tale Guild is an amazing character. It's like Fairy Tale is like one of the shows that's got a top tier ensemble cast. It's like, man, anything time I think Fairy Tale, I think ensemble cast. Like that show's got a great ensemble cast because you have. It's mainly focused on Team Natsu, Natsu, Happy, Lucy, Gray, Osa, and sometimes Wendy and Cola, but you have the entirety of the Fairy Tale Guild. You have Gadriel, Levy, Mira, Laxus, Dilda, Kana, like everyone else, and then you have all the other guilds in Fiora, and it's like they all have character. Every single character in Fairy Tail is drawn with character. It's like, man, these characters are that fun, and that's why I like Fairy Tail. It's fun. It is so fun. I'm one of the few people who's actually really excited for 100-Year Quest that comes out next season. That's so anime, and like I'm excited for that. I read 100-Year Quest. It's like, I read the first 3 volumes, but 100-Year Quest is real good. Like I don't know, it's got a fun start, so it's like I'm looking forward to that. Because I don't. I think the thing with and I get why people don't like Fairy Tail. I will say this: Hiro Mishima as a mangaka, one, I think he's a great mangaka. I'm not dissing that guy. Mishima is a great mangaka. Like I think he's got a decent idea. He's got a decent one. Okay, he's not Oda. It's not Oda level the world building, because honestly his world building is honestly the world of Fiora is this kind of fantasy, but it's like it's a decent fantasy land. But again, like so yeah, it's not the world building, but it's a good story. Like story's great. Again, I think it's chilling with his characters. He has great characters. I think Mishima's main thing is, well, they need 2 things. One, this show's got a bad case of plot error. And I don't know, it's one of those shows where you look at it, it's like, no main characters die in Fairy Tail. They all have super heavy plot error. I noticed that in the the Dragon Festival arc, when they're all fighting the dragons in within the capital city. It's been a while since I've seen Fairy Tail, and particularly the Dragon Festival arc. It's when Gray takes the hit for Juvia, and it's like it looks like Gray's gonna die, and then you cut to Altiel, basically getting up, basically and again, all the main characters basically taking heavy hit. It looks like they'll lose in the Dragon Festival, and then Altiel basically like realizes that something she has to do something because of something happens. So she basically basically kind of like ultimate magic and basically use up a life force to basically reverse time. But it's like 2 minutes, even though she thought it was gonna be by more. But that 2 minutes is enough for basically Gray's death to get reversed. So it's like, oh wow, this show's got heavy plot armor. It's like it was at that moment, because they end an episode on this huge thing. Well, it looks like someone's gonna die. The next episode is where it gets reversed and nothing happens. So it's like, and that was the moment I realized, like, okay, so no one's gonna die in this show. So basically, there's no stakes. Like when the final season when they came back with a couple final seasons with the stuff with main villain, not his brother. Oh, dang it! Oh, I don't like him. Oh, Veil. Talk about the Veil. Talk me a moment. Yeah, when they came up the final season for the stuff with Veil, it looked like it was gonna be there was gonna be some stuff with characters character sacrifice. I thought they was like no one's really gonna sacrifice themselves in Fairy Tail. That's not how this show works. Mishima would never kill a character off because all the characters got plot armor. With I don't know. Kind of takes a lot of hits at the final season, but it's like it was still really good. Like there's some good fights in that final season. Like oh my god, oh my god, I should say. Like the fight animation in Fairy Tail is some of the best. Okay, not some of the best I've seen battle, but it's like no, that's a real. Particularly because magic in Fairy Tail is so interesting. Where it's like everyone has like magic they specialize in, like like Natsu has fire dragon magic, Gray has ice magic, Lucy has a celestial magic, Ursa's got equip magic, Lucy's got a sky dragon magic, and it's like the way the magic that works in Fairy Tail is some of the best. I don't know. I'm always so intrigued because it's a fun fantasy. It's fun. Like I know everyone talks about how Fairy Tail is like the most mid. It's like it's not. I've seen way more mid fantasy. Fairy Tail like again, it's not high. It's not really high fantasy, but it's like it's perfectly passable fantasy. It's like no, I don't know, but I don't know. The one thing I always say about Mishima-san is I don't know. This is the one thing I know about him. He's got the timeline of Fairy Tail is freaking bizarre. It is a messed up timeline. Like, and I love Fairy Tail, but like this timeline makes no sense. There is so much stuff about time travel and all the stuff about about how much characters basically how much the timeline has played around with a Fairy Tail. That's like you need to float over this show because it's like no, there's no one can keep this track of. And considering Fairy Tail had a huge crush on the power of love and friendship, it's basically Kingdom Hearts the anime. It's like you have the themes of love and friendship, a convoluted timeline, and a really fun cast. It's Kingdom Hearts. That's probably why I like both. It's like yeah, friendship, weird timeline, then a lot of fun characters. That's like yeah, I can't think this is great, but I love it. But yeah, okay. Because it starts in X799. No, 897. What's the time it starts? Yeah, it starts, and it's going that. Then you have Tenso Island, where they go into sleep for like 10 years? And it's X999? I think when they come back from Tenso Island, it's like 10 years later. I think it's. The only day I remember is was it X799? Because that's when the dragons left? I don't know. Again, this show's gonna. Again, this timeline's so weird. But yeah, they come back. We have. But then the stuff with like. All the. Again. The timeline gets weird because Vale's basically immortal. And the dragons are like ancient, so the one stuff with the dragons in the past with Actologia and Zale. And the Dragon Slayer will basically brought to X799. No, X719. Oh, what was the name of the dragons? I can't remember. Oh. Again, there's so many names because they'll build the gate with the celestial wizards, with basically Lucy's family, because they needed because the dragons, because like the 5 dragon slayers were chosen to basically go into the field to defeat Acnologia. And so Lucy's mother was the one who basically opened it up because she didn't want to give the bullet to Lucy, but she didn't have all the keys, which is why Layla died. And then you have the stuff with, and then you have the fact that, so you have like, but because of the 10th Alliance stuff, you have they're all different ages now. So, again, it gets weird. Sometimes you get stuff like, oh yeah, Natsu was their younger brother, but his family was killed in a dragon attack. And so they'll basically, with the family ending with Doug Manning, because he wanted to know why he wanted to understand death, was cursed, which is why was cursed. So he's been wandering for like eternity because he's trying to, he's been wandering for eternity because he just wants to die eventually. So he built all the demons because he thinks that he would kill them, including basically bringing his brother back as END, because if END is strong enough, END can kill him, which is how Natsu came back. And I think Zayloff gave Natsu to Igneel because of Dragon Slayer magic, would be able to kill him because of demon. And that's the something I get the fairy tale. It's like, this plot is ridiculous. What is this timeline? I can follow Kingdom Hearts. And fairy tale timeline is convoluted as all hell. It's like, what is this timeline, Mishima? It's like, again, I need a flowchart. I need a freaking flowchart for this show. But, timeline stuff aside, and again, all that stuff is weird, I still love Fairy Tail. Because the characters that are dealing, they'll fun fight thing. Fairy Tail's got banger music. Like, the score of Fairy Tail is some of the best. Like, anytime I hear the that theme, it's like, that seems so good. Every single Fairy Tail opening is a banger. It's like, I could rank everything a Fairy Tail opening, and it's like, even the least of the Fairy Tail opening, are still great songs in their own right. Like, my god, Fairy Tail's got great music. Okay, it's animated it's animated nicely. The comedy is on point. It's got a lot of fan service, but it's like, it's got a lot of fan service, but it's like, I'm used to that. So, like, yeah, most of it, like, everything a female kid or basically a bad animal is basically skimpy as shit. It's like, is there any one that basically Elizabeth's best animal, basically the one where she's basically topless, and she's like, when she's in the samurai pants, and she's got the chest binding, and she's got the hair pulled back, and like, oh, that look is so good. I love that look. Elizabeth's got a great look, but when she's in the she's in the strong outfit with basically no top, it's like, oh, so good. So good. I think I'm bi. But like, it's equal opportunity because Grace drips all the time. And that's a joke. And like, I think I call it off. It's like, damn grape. I don't know. Probably the one thing when I knew I was gonna love Fairy Tail, the minute I love the endless arc when they go to the alternate reality version of Fairy Tail, and they meet the other version of them. Because the best part of that is Wimpy Natsu. Where he's driving the fast car, and they pull him out. And they pull him out of the car. And he's like crying and looking at him like really. What am I saying that we're not to pull him out of the car? Like I need to ask myself how he's not getting car sick. And then he's just crying and lying there like. I don't know that dumb folk. They're like, man, I love when they do episodes like alternate timeline shit, but it's like they have to play against type. It's like I thought that when Pokemon did the Meal World episode with Ash, and it's like you had Crybaby Satoshi. It's like, I love when characters that usually have so much confidence and so optimistic and easygoing. I was feeling like this crybaby. It's like that's fun. There's one thing we got like seriously. It's fun. It's fun to basically hear different performance from a character Crybaby Ash. So that they don't bring him. So that they don't watch back Crybaby Ash. Crybaby Ash was fun. But like there's also stuff where we got to the truth of the XC, the Veil storyline. Oh, I should talk about the shippings, because there's a lot of good romance in Fairy Tail, and it's like a lot of them are technically the fan stuff like Nalu. It's like okay, we all know Natsu and Lucy are clearly together. It's like they have the. It's like no, their relationship is clearly they like each other that way, but that's never been confirmed. Like I love but like Gray and Julia had a great relationship because I don't know, seeing Gray and Julia get closer over 10 seasons. It's great. Oza and Jalal is a great relationship because that's a fun thing. I don't know, I love Jalal. Jalal is a great character. Again, it's a great cast. My God, this show had a fantastic cast. Of course, the best relationship is probably Gadriel and Levy, because, my God, they made that relationship work, and it's so cute. Seeing big, tough guy Gadriel fall for little pixie sprite Levy. And we say pixie sprite, but, that's how we describe the show. She's not actually a sprite. Anyway, serious. She's not actually a sprite. She's human. She's just short. But, their relationship is so cute. And at the end, when she's whispering to Gadriel, and Lucy's like, what's his heel? And it's like, holy shit, I love that. And then, of course, there's Mavis and Zalef, who I love their relationship. It's like, the fact that Mavis is after, because, particularly the stuff with Fairy Tail Zero. I love Fairy Tail Zero, by the way. Oh my God, Fairy Tail Zero was so good. Getting, the backstory with, how Mavis out of Fairy Tail with her for a friend and her. But, you have that, you have a connection with Zalef, and that whole connection was basically, Mavis is like, one of the few people that, Zalef kind of opened up to, so they have this, interesting relationship, and it's like, they basically pass on together, because Mavis is like, look, Mavis basically takes Zalef inside and basically tells them that she'll stay with him, and the two of them basically fade off together. It's like, that's one of the best endings, and it's like, man, that's like the perfect ending for Zalef. He, got someone, because you can tell he clearly cares for Mavis in a way that's special, and seeing the two of them basically, get a happy ending where they basically got to pass on together. It's like, it was so sweet. I mean, they were actually the villain for the last 30. They would be the villain for that last entire hug, but it's like, and you get where he's coming from, because once you know Zale's backstory, it's like, yeah, no, I felt like Zale was the villain. I felt like Zale. It's like, he's probably the closest we got no major antagonist in the entire. No, he's probably the main antagonist, because everything in Fairy Tail is connected to Zale. It's like, because he's basically been around forever. So basically, everything on Doug Magic is basically something that Zale created. But it's like, when do you know Zale's backstory about how he got cursed, and what his curse has done to him, and basically the stuff with the demon, then why he's done what he's done. It's like, you do sympathize with Zale to the point where it's like, I can't say I condone what he did, but you do sympathize. And I do like, his connection. I do like what they do with Zale and Nazi. It's like, Nazi never basically, fully, basically comes about on Zale being his brother, but it's like, you can tell there's no bad blood between the two of them. Like, Nazi's basically like, yeah, it happened. Oh, that bit with the Book of E&D and Lucy and Lucy having to rewrite the Book of E&D. It's like, oh, I love that. That was great when because that was great when not to say was tied to E&D, and Lucy basically opened up the book and rewriting is basically rewriting it, and she almost killed herself, and Gray was using the ice man to basically keep her cool. And it's a great moment. Cause then also after when Gray and Nato have their fight, because Gray finds out that he's E&D, and it's like, well, I have to kill him because my dad, who was basically working for what the name of the guild, the Doug Guild, basically said E&D, E&D is basically the ultimate from the Book of Zale. You have to kill it, and when he found that it's not, the two of them go at it and they're fighting. Basically, when Zale is basically taking over the Kingdom of Magnolia, and they're all fighting for the life against Zale's forces, it's like, oh, that's a great bit. And then Elisa comes in, and basically you have to smack him out of it. It's like, because then that goes full circle too when Gray basically gets the Fairy Tale Guild Hall at the end there, and it's basically like confronting Zale and about to do basically do the ice magic that killed Earl, back that we learned about that he killed his mentor, and it's like he's about to do the ultimate time magic, and not to punch at him. It's like, no, Gray, we're only friends. Why would you do this to me? It's like, I love that. Not doing Gray. Okay, not the best rival in the anime, but they have a good, friendly rivalry dynamic that I love. Again, this show got such good characters. I think that's much of strength. His characters are great. It's like some shows have great stories. One Piece has great world building, and it's like the characters are great in One Piece, but that show has amazing world building. DBZ has fight scenes. This show has great characters. Oh my god. It's a show where it's even when they're doing the really minute stuff, it's I love it. I watching the people in the show that hang out. I love the episode where they're doing shit at the guild, and they're basically sitting there, basically doing a brawl, and they're doing a guild fight. Just as entertaining as a major battle arc. It's so fun. The when Relax shows up, and the fairy tale arc, and when they're doing the massive fight for who's gonna be the leader of the guild. Just as entertaining as basically the tower or before that with Jalal basically building the tower. It's equally as entertaining. I could watch these characters forever. Ugh. What can I talk about with fairy tale? But I think again. Now Machine was looking with I didn't always been a trend because I've seen Raven. So Raven's still got a great cast. Eden Zero right now. It's probably more Kingdom Hearts than Fairy Tail because it's literally about going to different worlds. But Eden Zero's got a great cast. Anyone who said Eden Zero is basically a Fairy Tail in space is clearly not watching Eden Zero. Because, like, it's it is Hiro Mishima. It's got its tropes. It's got its character designs. It is not Fairy Tail. It is clearly its own thing, using Mishima's tropes, and it is so fun. Dan is actually got weird fan service moments. Again, that dude, again, I just got a lot of fan service in its shows, but it's like, he's got fun characters, and it's like, I can watch the cast of Eden Zero, what it, Shiki, Rebecca, Weiss, Hamura, and they're completely in the Natsu, Lucy, Gray, and Ova. They're similar, like, they're similar in the fact that they're basically the same tropes, but Shiki is not Natsu. Rebecca is not Lucy. The only character that basically though is that Happy's in both, but Happy is a different character in both shows. Like, Happy in Eden Zero is not the Happy from Fairy Tail. One, I don't think. I don't. No, Happy. No, Eden Zero Happy can't fly. He's a robot, but he can't fly. I do love that. They made that he made Happy in Eden Zero basically, he can basically transform into gun for Rebecca. Like, that's cool. I do like that. I like the fact that in Eden Zero, he basically changed Happy from being not like Happy. We know as Natsu the best buddy. The two of them are partners. They basically always are together. Eden Zero, he took Happy and basically gave him to Rebecca, who was basically in Lucy's role, which is a completely different dynamic. It's like, you barely see Happy interacting with Shiki and Eden Zero, so it's like, it's refreshing. I like that. And of course, you have Plu. I think Plu is like is like what connects anything that Mishima writes, because Plu is basically his mascot. Like, and everyone knows Plu, the little snowman dog. Everyone loves Plu. Plu is great. I think Plu's got less important. I think Plu is basically, gone down in like relevance since the days of Brave Master, because Plu was like really prominent in like in the early seasons of Fairy Tail, and it's like you get some of the later seasons of Fairy Tail, you don't see Plu as much, but Plu is great. And then when Plu showed up in Eden Zero, it's like, yay, Plu! I love Plu. Ugh. I think I'm running out of things to say about Fairy Tail. I think I got about everything about it. But and I get why people don't like Fairy Tail, because it's very tropey. It runs off of the power of love and friendship, and every single battle basically comes down to they're getting beat. We have friends in the Fairy Tail Guild. We can overcome it. It's tropey. It's repetitive, but that's fun. It's had a lot of good heart. It had a lot of good characters. The fight scene, I think, work. I also have the fact that I think there's too much plot armor and its timeline is ridiculous. That being said, it's a ridiculous timeline. I still really like it. It's like, I can follow the timeline okay. Don't ask me for the dates. It's like, okay, so the dragon attacked in the past. I mean, those are the weird stuff. It's like, when you get like, Acologia stuff, when you get to the very end, when like when you learn how Acologia came to be, which like, I don't think was needed. It's like, I don't think, no, you didn't need his backstory. You could have made this Acologia like the ultimate, the ultimate dragon. You didn't have to give the dude a backstory. Like, that gets kind of, I don't know, when you get to the nitty gritty of basically how the timeline works in Fairy Tail, it gets kind of convoluted, but it's like, it's like Kingdom Hearts. It's convoluted but not complicated. I'm not saying they're saying it's like, oh no, he's like retconning one. Like, no, look at the timeline contradicts anything. It's not like he went back and basically, contradicting himself with basically timeline dates. Like, no, it is really convoluted because when the amount of stuff makes no sense because he plays almost kids age and timeline stuff. But I digress. I know people who like Fairy Tail be justified. I love Fairy Tail. It is probably I love Fairy Tail. It's like, and I can't find myself not liking the show. I can't find myself not liking Fairy Tail because it made me an anime fan. It made me, see anime basically in this new light where it's like, oh, I really only knew this, art style for basically Pokemon and a bunch of kids stuff. Fairy Tail basically shows anime is more than that, and I love it for that. And not related, but when Fairy Tail ended, I was looking when Black Clover came out. I laughed on the Black Clover because it kind of filled my Fairy Tail itch. It's like which again, it knows the controversy because Black Clover is not popular, but it's like I love it too. I'll talk about that in a different show. But yeah, I get where people are coming from when people talk about, Fairy Tail being a lesser series. What if you want a mid fantasy? Go watch Seven Deadly Sins. Seven Deadly Sins is way more mid than Fairy Tail. Fairy Tail is basic. It's super basic, but it's great. With that said, I'm all fired up! Fire Dragon! Roar! Alright. Remember to follow me on all my socials? They'll be in the description at the bottom of this video. Like and share the podcast around to help me grow the fandom. Don't gatekeep. We don't gatekeep in this community. If you like something, you're considered a fan of it. Don't let other people tell you otherwise. Because fans can be anyone. It doesn't matter when you get into it doesn't matter when you get into it. Anything else? And I have been That Canadian Fangirl. When people ask you what fangirl you listen to, it's That Canadian Fangirl. With Canadian Fangirl? That Canadian Fangirl. Alright. Later, peoples.